Man, so this is Fleece on having to kill a man for trying to take his manhood, bro. You got to remember, this dude was like 16, 17 or whatever in prison. So let's tap in on No Jumper and see what he's talking about and see if we can get a laugh off this shit. It might not be funny, though.
You have to fight him off. You're horrified by the idea of this guy raping you. How do you go from that to the point where you actually start taking advantage of other men or dipping your toe into that?
I'm gonna tell you, it started when I went to Eddyville. The cell they put me in, back then they had double cells. They ain't got it no more, but I'll tell you about that later. But they put me in a cell with this big old black dude they call Big Doc. I'm talking about he was about 6'5", weighed about 285, solid. Real dark.
Motherfucker.
His nose was about the size of my fist. And he had red eyes like a gorilla. And so I had a little pear knife at that time. And when they put me in the cell with him, he was walking around and he was wearing some shorts with a lot of holes in them. So every time he moved, his dick would pop out. The head of his dick would pop out through the hole. So, you know, I already know where he's going with this, right? So I said, I better say something. So I said, hey, man. See, what I didn't know, let me back it up. What I didn't know, before I moved in that cell, he had a hole in the wall.
Right.
A hole. And what he did, it took a balloon thing and put baby powder in it, blowed it up to where it's about ready to bust, and stuck it up in that hole. Then took a newspaper and put some cement shit on it. When it hardened, he taped it over and then painted it, where you can't tell it's there. It looked like the wall. So he gonna make me think he ran his hand through the wall just to get some damn ass, right?
I mean, that is such an insane level of plotting and planning to create this like element that'll make it look like.
Bro. Hey, man. They did that to this nigga on purpose. They threw Fleece in there with all them niggas like that on purpose, bro. I swear they did.
Like you're just the biggest psycho ever. Like you could just punch through a wall just so you can then scare your cellmate. And like, what the f? That's just...
Man, he scared the shit out of me.
Right.
I said, man, why don't you show me some respect?
Right.
He said, the only thing I'm going to show you is this big black cock. Oh. And he took and hit that wall. And when I seen his hand, and when I heard that boom.
See, that's why you got to stay out of jail, my nigga. Like, this niggas in there going to try you, man. I don't give a fuck who you is, what you do. They going to try you. And they was trying, wherever they threw Fleece at, they did that shit on purpose.
And his arm went up in her, and when he pulled it out and all that white shit on it, I'm thinking it's fragments of the cement or something. I ain't know it was baby powder.
You're thinking he's got like superhuman strength.
Man, and when he ran up on me, he's like, stand up. I said, hey man, can we talk about this? He said, stand up, nigga. And I stood up and I was holding his wrist. I said, man, don't do this. So he said, do I gotta fight you? I said, no.
Man, don't do this, man. Come on, dog. Don't do him like that, dog. Damn.
And I'm gonna give it to him. I'm not letting nobody run their hand through my like he did at wall, right? But his mistake was saved me. He tried to kiss me. I already felt his thing up against my booty and everything. But he pulled my head back and tried to stick his tongue in my mouth. And that was the nastiest feeling I ever felt in my life. And I gurgitated. I said, hell no. And by that time, I realized that I had that little pear knife because I moved and it stuck me on the hip. I said, man, he gonna have to kill me. So he said, hold your head back. I said, man, no. And I pulled that knife, I just started swinging. And I was cutting it, man. I was cutting. Here's what I believe. I believe he died. See, but like I was telling you about racism back in them days, them guards, when they came to get me, I was standing there shaking, holding this knife. He's laying on the ground, cut to hell, blood everywhere. They pulled him out. They pulled him up out of there. They took me to the hole, and I'm thinking I'm getting ready to get a lot of time. But when I went in front of the disciplinary committee, they say, we know who he is, we know what he does. You'll never see him again.
Bro, we know who he is. We know what he does, but y'all threw that nigga in the cell with him. Y'all ain't shit, dude. Y'all ain't shit. I swear, man. Hey, they did Fleece Code. We knew who he was. We know what he do. Let's keep it 100. Fleece was the scapegoat. That's what he was. Let's get this little young nigga in there. Man, see what this big old nigga do. So, man, either the young nigga gonna take him out, or, man, Fleece said he's standing there like this with the knife. He was terrified, bro.
And they let me out of the hole that day. They dropped all the charges. Now, when all the inmates heard about this, they like, oh boy, that little young dude there, boy, you don't want to mess with him. But they don't know. I was right there. I was getting ready to give it to him.
Damn.
So why do you think he was dead? Just because they said you're never going to see him again?
Yeah, I never did see him again. I don't. And
bust
all
that
the prisons,
motherfucking wall open on him.
in my state, I was sending letters to people. They said, no, nobody like that came to this prison. So I don't know what happened.
That's crazy. I feel like nowadays you would just find out, you would hear about it. But I guess at that time, shit just got lost.
Yeah, they did a lot of secret stuff, man. There was a lot of stuff that happened, like dungeons.
Like torture style.
Yeah, they was hiring people to break me. They hired this man. He did 21 years into the military interrogation. He was a captain over the interrogation of the enemy. They hired this man to come into prison and break me. And they gave him a house across the street from the prison, and he put word out, anytime I act up, ain't nobody to deal with him but him. So he did waterboarding with me. But I tricked him on that, because when I was in the hole, they gave me 12 years in the hole. Well, 27 years, I ended up doing 12.
God damn.
And ain't nobody ever never did that type of time in that prison, in the hole.
You spent 12 years alone?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's insane.
And that'll fuck your mental up.
You know, fight.
Man, hey, they was trying to break this nigga, bro. But what they don't know is they was making that nigga a monster in that motherfucking nigga. This is like some old martial art movies and shit, where they took them kids and beat the fuck out of them and shit, threw them in hot water and boiled them and shit, turned them invincible. That's what they did to this nigga. Got this nigga chasing niggas around now for ass. Like, man, you see what y'all invented? Threw that nigga in there with old boy. They did that on purpose.
The guards coming through, take my food tray, say, Fleece, here's your food. Boom. And just throw it through the bars like that. And I got to spit off the floor and off the walls and stuff to eat it, right? I said, okay, I'm gonna get you. And I always got him. I get back at him. So that's the type of fighting we was doing in there. But what happened was, I started winning. When I started throwing that duty on him, it scared them so bad. And they.
So what he said is he was throwing Glock dookies on niggas, man. I guess when the guards and shit walked by, that nigga probably, man, as soon as they open it up, they fucking with it. You know what I mean? They throwing food on him, so now he throwing shit on him, man.
He kept running to the lawmakers in Frankfurt. Can y'all do something about this? They said, no, you work there at your own risk. For 6 years, I threw duty on him and had all the inmates to do it too. And I'm talking about all of them, nurses, doctors, guards. They brought people in from the our state capitol building, corrections cabinet department. They come in wearing them suits and stuff and leave out covered in shit. I did all that. And And when they made it a felony,
man. Hey, we're gonna stop it right there, Mob. Man, what y'all think about this interview, man? Fleece got some stories for your ass. Man, I can't wait to do my story times, bro. That shit, hey, it's gonna be hella crazy. It's MalReactTV. Welcome to the Mob, the official family. Hey, I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Peace.